Hey everybody. So I've been on a little bit of a binge lately with regards to Spyderco knives. I guess you could say I'm a little bit of a Spyderco-aholic or whatever. And I don't mean to make light of AA, but I've got an addiction to Spyderco and I think I need some help. In any case, I recently talked about this little delica that I picked up with the Emerson Wave feature on it. And this is a great little knife. I love the fact that 99 times out of 100, that sucker's going to be open the second you pull it out of your pocket. The VG10 steel is great on it. I do like the saber grind. Maybe some folks aren't a big fan of it, but it's a great little knife to have in a pinch, and I'm really glad that I picked it up. So about the same time that I picked that up, I was doing, looking at some other reviews online, and I came across the Bird Raven 2 with the G10 scales and the CTS BD1 steel. This has got a very thick blade, and it's got a nice finger choil here, and I paid less than 36 bucks for this thing on Amazon, and I got to tell you, this is a heck of a deal. The shipping kind of, took longer than it should have and didn't get here when it was supposed to. But having said that, I've been extremely pleased with this knife. It was well worth the wait, and it was worth every bit of 35 bucks that I spent on it. So then we come across my Stormy Daniels knife, aka the Polestar. Get that? I know you guys have probably heard that joke already a million times, but I couldn't resist. This also has the CTS BD1 steel. It's got the blue check G10 handles. And this is actually the Spyderco knife and not the Bird brand. I believe the thumb hole is slightly larger maybe than the one on the Delica. Great knife. I really like it. It carries well in the pocket. The blade isn't quite as thick as the Raven. The one problem I had was that I got used to the finger choil, and you can see not a good idea there. But this was about I got this. This was a return, a customer return on eBay, and so I got this for 50 bucks. Deals can be had. Just keep your eyes open. So one of the reasons that I got this knife here, and the reason that I got this knife here, this one was referred to as the tenacious killer because of the value. And then, of course, after getting the Polestar, aka Stormy Daniels knife, in the blue check G10, I decided to purchase a second tenacious because I have had one before and I did like it, and but I wanted something a little different, and so I came across this little baby, which has I guess this is supposed to be red check G10. Folks have said it looks more like purple. I don't know. Don't care. The 8CR13 MOV. And I have to say, with the exception of the Delica, this one was the smallest fit in my hands. And I wear, I don't know, I think extra large gloves or something like that. I don't have giant man hands, but my hands are fairly large. And this one, while I do like it, I like the grip and everything like that. It was the smallest in my hand, with the exception of the Delica. The other complaint that I had on this one is that this thumb hole is a little rough right here, which is kind of surprising because it is a Spyderco and not a Bird. This is a complaint that other reviewers have had. But having said that, I like the knife. I got a deal on this one too. I think this was about 45 or 46 bucks brand new. And I mean, the used ones are going for almost this much. So I like this one. I thought I got a good deal on it, and I do like it. So then I was complaining to myself, whining to myself over the thought of spending, 70 bucks on an endura. Excuse me. I'm trying to stay hydrated. We're here in Arizona, and it's hot outside, so you got to stay hydrated. And so I was looking at some reviews, and I came across the Bird Cara 2 in G10. This also has the 8CR 13 MOV. The blade shape is very similar to the Endura, with the exception that the ramp here is not as, it's slightly less aggressive. I do like the fact that it's got the G10 scales. I really like the, I don't know if you want to call it fluting, or how they've carved out sections of the back spacer here. But I think this one was about the same price that I paid for the Raven. And so if you've got, you know, some tasks outside that you want to use a knife for, and you don't want to use your really nice knives, this is a great knife to use. It does have the finger choil. Again, it's got some jimping up here on the back. It's not quite as aggressive as the Endura. But, you know, for 35, 36 bucks, what the heck, right? So there's that. Then I realized that no collection would be complete without an actual Endura. So I got rid of a couple other knives that I had, and I went out and found the Endura 4 with the Zome handle. And this, I mean, you could say, well, it's just a camo FRN handle, and you would probably be, you know, correct in saying that, but nevertheless, it is the Zome FRN handle with the VG10 steel blade. You can see the ramp is a little more aggressive. The thing that's interesting, if looking at all of these things, you know, comparing all of these, is that the Delica and the Cara and the Endura, I think, are about the same thickness as far as the blades go. They're the thinnest of the bunch. And of course, the other difference is that the Delica and the Cara 2 and the Endura are all lockbacks. I have not noticed any difficulty in flicking these bad boys open. There's no side play. The boy dent, whatever you call that. I guess, you know, that's a neat little feature to have. I don't know that it makes any difference for me. I've never depressed a Spyderco lockback by gripping it too hard, but whatever. And you know, honestly, for the money, this is about what you would spend for a regular FRN Endura. So what the heck? And I really like it a lot. I've been carrying all of these as EDC knives in some way, shape, or form since I purchased them, just because I wanted to be able to give you a decent review when it comes to talking about them. I'm currently carrying the Endura. It is a little bit longer, but having said that, I just can't find anything about this knife that I don't like. So this is currently the one that I'm carrying now. This was about, I don't know, 75 or 76 bucks on Amazon, and I know I'm going to get my money's worth out of this. I don't have any doubt of that. The Cara 2, geez, you know, if Spyderco would just make this in CTS BD1, holy cow, this would be a screaming deal. As it is, like I said, you know, if I've got something that I don't really care what happens to it, I'm going to go ahead and use this one. But I do like the finger choil and the ramp and the G10. And the fluted back spacer. It's a nice knife, and it was worth the money. The Tenacious, what can I say? I don't know. It seems like this is a very popular knife. There's all kinds of little custom mods you can make for this thing on the internet, whether it comes to the screws, the clip, a back spacer here, which I'm not a big fan of because I like being able to clean all the way through the knife. But I just enjoy this knife. And again, it's like, if something happens to it, if I lose it, you know, I'm going to be disappointed, but it's not going to break my heart. I do wish that they would fix the thumb hole, though. No reason that knife should be, out of all the knives, that this one should be the one that has the rough thumb hole. That just doesn't make any sense. So, the Polestar. Stormy Daniels, oh yes. Hey, so what do I not like about it? Well, I think if it had a finger choil on it, it would just be perfect. So that would probably be the only thing I don't like about it, is the fact that it doesn't have a finger choil. Having said that, the fit in the hand is great. The ramp is great. I love the steel on the blade, and it is a Spyderco, even if it's made in China. I used to care about those things. I don't anymore. And I got a great deal on it. So like I said, keep your eyes open. You never know what you'll find. The Delica, I think if you're going to have a Spyderco collection, no collection is complete without a Delica. And it's just a great little all-around, do-everything knife. I can't think of a single negative thing to say about this knife. Well, lastly, but certainly not least, is the the Bird Raven 2. And I have to say that of all my Spyderco knives, as much as I love the Endura and the Polestar, this is really by far the best value for your money. I mean, like I said, less than 36 bucks. The CTS BD1 steel. It's got the thickest blade of the group. It fits comfortably in the hand. This clip is the same one that you would find on the Tenacious or on the Polestar. So if you wanted to upgrade to a little titanium clip or something like that, you could do that. And, if I lose this knife, God forbid something happens to it, lost or stolen, I'm out 36 bucks. And I guarantee you, as soon as payday rolls around, I'm going to get another one. So that's the extent of my my Spyderco addiction, and I hope that you guys like the video. Feel free to comment below. Let's see if I can get all these in here. It's going to be difficult. Leave comments below. Thanks for watching, and I hope that you guys have a great weekend. See if I can not cut my fingers off while I'm trying to get those in there. Thanks again. Bye-bye.